All right, everybody who knows basketball will agree that the best NBA drafts of all time were 84, 96, and 2003. But which of those three is the best? Let's start by looking at the best player from each draft. Obviously, in 84, you got Jordan. In 96, you got Kobe. And in 2003, you got LeBron. I'm not going to get into the argument about which of the three of those is the best. I got my opinion, so does everybody else. But suffice it to say, all three of these drafts provided us with one candidate for the title of NBA's greatest of all time. So next, let's look at players from each draft that were named to the 75th anniversary team. 84 gave us four. You got Jordan, Akeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, and John Stockton. 96 gave us Allen Iverson, Kobe, Ray Allen, and Steve Nash. 2003 only actually gave us three. You got LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwayne Wade. So 2003 falls behind on this. Who comes out on top? Let's look at the MVPs. 84 gave us 7 MVPs across 3 players. Jordan had 5, Olajuwon had 1, Barkley had 1. 96 gave us 4 MVPs across 3 players. Steve Nash had 2, Iverson had 1, Kobe had 1. And even if you feel Steve Nash probably shouldn't have got those 2, Kobe probably would have picked them up. So that gives us 4 regardless. 2003 also gave us 4, but those all came from one player. 84 ekes it out over 96. In terms of titles by the top 4, 84 gave us 8. Jordan had 6, Akeem had 2. Also had some near misses from Barkley and Stockton, courtesy of Jordan. 96 gave us 7 titles, Kobe with 5, Ray Allen with 2. 2003 is interesting because LeBron had 5 if you count the bubble, but the league does, so we will too. So LeBron has 5, D. Wade has 3, and Bosh has 2, which brings the total to 10. But there's a catch. Bosh, Wade, and LeBron teamed up to win 2 titles. So if you don't count duplicative titles and only count that as 2 for the group, that brings their total down to 6. But obviously, there's some opinion in there. Now we come to depth. 1984 saw a little bit of a drop-off after the best 4. The next best players were Alvin Robertson, Kevin Willis, Sam Perkins, Otis Thorpe, and Jerome Kersey. Very notable, well-regarded players, but nowhere near the level of those top 4. 2003 had a huge drop-off. After the top 4, which includes Bosh, along with Wade, Melo, and LeBron, the next best player is either David West, Josh Howard, Kyle Korver, or Mo Williams. 96, the depth was crazy. After the top 4 players, you still had Jermaine O'Neal, Peja Stojakovic, Steph Marbury, Marcus Camby, Ben Wallace, and Antoine Walker. And after those 6, you still had Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Derek Fisher, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Kerry Kittles. So 96 gets it, followed by 84, followed by 2003. So now let's get into awards. And by awards, I mean all-star selections and all NBA selections. 84 gave us 53 total all-star selections. 2003 gave us 60. 1996 gave us 68. And in terms of all NBA, 2003 gave us 34, 96 gave us 42, and 84 gave us 47. 96 had more all-stars, and the distribution of awards was across far more players. So 96 gets the nod, followed by 84, and 2003 far behind, especially when you consider that 20 of those 60 all-star selections were LeBron, and 19 of those 34 all-NBA selections were LeBron as well. So before we conclude this, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Let's get to the conclusion. All right, so each of these 3 drafts gave us a GOAT candidate. Check. In terms of all-time greats, 84 gets a slight nod over 96, with 2003 in 3rd place. In terms of titles by the top 4, again, 84 takes the crown, and 2003 and 96 are probably both in the argument for 2nd and 3rd. In terms of depth, 96 wins big, followed by 84, and 2003 in a distant 3rd. And in terms of awards, again, defined by All-Stars and All-NBA selections, 96 probably ekes it out over 84, followed by 2003. When you look at all of this, 2003 clearly falls to the bottom. But who gets the title, 96 or 84? If you ask me, a draft shouldn't be defined solely by its top handful of players, but rather the entire class of players. So given that, I got to give it to 96. But it's a close call. So what do you think? Do you agree with this? Anybody got different opinions? If so, let us know in the comments. and also try to state your case.